Father, if you can start us off, it would be great. Thank you.
Θα αναπατήσω και της εν της μήμας η ζωή χαρισάμενος αναστάς ο Ιησούς από το άφου καθώς προείπεν έδωκεν ημίν την αιώνιαν ζωή και μεγαέλεος. Good afternoon, please be seated. I want to thank Lou for the opportunity to be here and thank all of our chairs and our volunteers who have worked so hard. I gave him the update of the many different events that are going on proceeding. We are continuing to work with Georgia Kotimanis to finalize some of the details regarding the mini parade on Broadway Street and the doxology at St. Nicholas, as well as the visit to the Archdiocese of the Evzones. We're working with the chair, Peter Vlidis, with the Evzones, and all of the other events. But more than anything, His Eminence asked me to convey to each and every one of you how important this day is for our Omogenia, not just here in New York City, but throughout the entire world. Even today, we're starting to see the Presidential Guard is in San Francisco, the Presidential Guard is in Chicago celebrating the events there in those two places, but there's nothing quite like when the Presidential Guard comes to New York and the hospitality and the warmth, and that they see marching along Fifth Avenue with the thousands and thousands of people. So as we do our final preparations here today, His Eminence sends you his greetings, his love, and his blessings, and we look forward to being back here next week with everyone here on the big stage, with all of our politicians and all of our guests and all of our welcome people of the community to start off and kick off the weekend. So have a wonderful last meeting and preparations. And if there's anything that we can do for you, I know that our many parishes and schools and parochial schools that will be marching, the hundreds, if not thousands of representatives from the parishes across the Archdiocesan District, the metropolis of New Jersey. We're here for you, we stand with you, and we're ready to help make this parade a success. Thank you.
Tonight we're going to have a short meeting because we do have our fantastic presentation actually that we have talked about, because this particular year is unique in terms of what Father was talking about in terms of the events. We have had close to 30 different events. I think this particular week we had an event 2 days ago, quite frankly, the Spirit of 1821, which was absolutely amazing. Yesterday we had the event relating to a book presentation relating to the Pontian Genocide. Tonight we're going to have a musical tribute to Alas in America and the world premiere right after this particular meeting. And then tomorrow we're going to have the special event by invitation that we have talked about, which is basically bridging revolutions. Please, Dima, please, you know my meetings, I don't like people to talk. And tomorrow we're going to have, again, the special voyage, really, to the Statue of Liberty. And we have an amazing group of people that are coming together, including foreign dignitaries, because we did invite for this particular event people from other nations that their people supported the Hellenic Revolution. Okay, so we're going to have other council generals from other different nations who supported the revolution. So let me begin by saying that everything is working out fairly well, and what I'd like to do is just talk about, if we can, the Gala for a second. And John, if you can, just bring us up to date on what's taking place with regards to the Gala.
Good evening, everyone. Konya Pola, Christos Anesti. Thank you for being here with us today. I'm going to be very brief with the Gala, only because the Gala did exceptionally well. We committed to 40 tables, and we're at 48 tables. So we did above and beyond, and we sold out the venue over a month before. That being said, just because the Gala sold out doesn't mean you can't participate in all the other events. Everybody can contribute in different ways. You can still buy raffles. We have our committee here until the last minute. They're going to be selling raffles. We extended the deadline for 2 more days. You can participate by putting a journal. All this helps you almost one dia. So you can still help in many different ways. The gala's all set. The evening starts at 6:30. It's a 5-hour event. We are working also on a surprise, an artist from Greece. It hasn't been confirmed yet, but we're doing whatever we can. This was a lot of hard work to set this up, but we did it with a lot of love, a lot of pride, and we're looking forward to have a wonderful and smooth event. That being said, as a thank you to all the sponsors, they will be given 4 tickets for the pre-parade reception at the Piero. Don't ask for 5, don't ask for 6. It's a ticketed event. The cost of this is close to $200, and you're not being charged. This is a thank you. This same invite will also have the ticket for the grandstand. So if you lose it, you're not coming to the breakfast, and you're not sitting in the stands. Don't say, Yannick, Lou, you bring your ticket, you come like a gentleman, we sit, we have a good time. I don't want to be stressed out that day. Okay? Thank you. Καλή παρέλαση. Ζήτω η Ελλάδα.
I think we have to elaborate just a little bit so everybody will understand what we mean by the 40 tables. The 40 tables are the paid tables. They are not the tables that are going to be comped, etc. What we had discussed a few weeks ago is we said from the people who paid and the people who made reservations, we actually were sold out. After that, we indicated that because there was a tremendous need or people wanted to come to this particular event, that we were going to shut it down after we got the checks that we needed. And we said, those who had wanted to reserve something, if you hadn't paid and the checks came in with the other people, you were not going to have a table. It's as simple as that. So we do have a situation where some people who said reserve for me, but didn't come forward with their checks, or they said to John, Lou has the check. They talked to Lou, yes, Lou, we're going to come and give you the check. Some people will not be able to attend the gala, and we're not going to apologize for that because everything that we have said here has always been open. We've said exactly what's going on with regards to the tables. So it's going to be a great event, no doubt. But like John said, there's other venues and other things that everyone can attend. In addition to that, what was brought up the other, before Easter, and we talked about this, is there are 3 legs financially to the parade. One leg is obviously the gala, the other leg is obviously the journal, and the third leg is obviously the raffles. In other words, we have a stool with 3 legs. Okay, so if one leg is not doing well, you try to sit down, the stool basically goes over. So we have not had, as I indicated last time, and as I criticized the Federation, I said we have not gotten the appropriate response from the societies, and we're looking to the Federation people to basically get those journal ads. We've extended it a little bit, okay, and it's kind of important. The galas really never make money. It's really the money that's made is always from the journalists. Anyone who's done any event realizes that when you have the total costs that are put down, you may make a little bit of profit, etc., from the gala, but that's not where it's at. Where it's at is the journal. So we're still looking to the various societies to support the journal. And what I'd like now, if we can, is we don't have Peter's not here with us tonight to discuss. What? Oh, no, not Peter. Peter Evzones. Okay, so Peter's not here, but please work with Peter. We still have a couple of days to get some ads in there, and let's do the right thing with regards to this event. What I'd like now, if we can, is let's have a little discussion on how we're doing with the raffles.
Χριστός Ανέστη, καλησπέρα σε όλους. αληθινός ο Κύριος. Ευχαριστώ. Λοιπόν, I have good news to say to everybody. First of all, regarding the raffle, the brother Lou mentioned this. We have already plus or minus 15,000 with the Stavro. I'll just find out we have another $10,000 for Billy at Evzones. He's got to check. Sophia told me she has another for $500. Right, Sophia?
No, $2,000.
Okay, 2,000. Excuse me, bravo, Sophia. Big hand for Sophia. Then we have Tasso, my buddy over there, another $2,000 for the raffle. Bravo, Tasso. And I also want to say that me and Lou are the first people that we bought the table for the gala. We're the first two. So I just want to let everybody know that the mayor of Athens might be surprising us to come and join us for the parade, Harry. Also, I did mention that to you, I invite the mayor also for Lauderdale, Dean, and the Philly. So he's gonna come, they're both gonna sit on my table. So, God bless you all, Christos Anesti, Zito η Ελλάδα, και let's have a good parade. All right, we're gonna have about
I have to put you on the spot. What do we anticipate to raise in our brains at this point, in our minds, would say, with regards to the raffles?
Well, last year we came close to 35,000. The year before that it was 40,000. But this year we have better prices, thanks to Lou. 2,500 is one price, cash. Second price 2,500. Again, Lou. Third prize is $1,000, Philip, Christopher, that if you donate, I call him up right away. Second prize, another $1,000 from Abra restaurant. And third prize, another $1,000 for my niece, Guardian Solution Insurance from Bayside, Nina. And then you have 500, 1,000 that we all gather together. So whoever did not buy our raffle, please come and see me, or Tasso, or Sophia. Thank you.
Peter, if you'd like to come up and just let us know what's happening with the Evzones.
Καλησπέρα. Πρώτα, Lou, I want to congratulate you. Και δεν ξέρω τι θα τα κάνετε όλα αυτά, αλλά νομίζω ότι πρέπει η Ομοσπονδία να πάει σε όλα τα σχολεία να διδάξει αυτό που έκανες μαθήματα τόσες εβδομάδες εδώ. Σαν και εσένα και εγώ, βαστάμε από καπεταναίος, right? Ειδικό σου φάει και το δικό μου, αλλά έβαλε κάτι εκεί στο Μοριά. So, νομίζω ότι να δείξει και τι κάνει η Ομοσπονδία έξω από την ιστορία. Γιατί αυτό είναι φανταστικό παράδειγμα. It's a great thing to show how Greece fought, that the revolution wasn't only 1821 in Stalin, right? I mean, us, Mani started a few days earlier, Kalamata later, but then they almost lost the war, they went up and down. And I find it very important, γιατί τώρα εγώ είμαι πρώτη γενιά, τα παιδιά μου δεύτερα, τα εγγόνια θα είναι τρίτα, και αν αυτά τα παιδιά χάσουν αυτό, τη φλόγα, τότε, forget it, give it up, δεν χρειάζεται. So, congratulations αυτό που κάνεις και τον αγώνα, και the other organization που έχεις, I read all that stuff, bravo. The second thing, John, you're being pretty modest, γιατί you built you were the key guy to put together the gala, so congratulations, and hopefully, you'll be chairman again next year. As far as the Evzones, this year η Ελλάδα στέλνει προεδρική φορά στο Σαν Φρανσίσκο, Μποστόνι, Σικάγο, Φιλαδέλφια και Νέα Υόρκη. Εγώ κανόνισα την προεδρική φορά στο Σικάγο, Φιλαδέλφια και στη Νέα Υόρκη, αφιλοκριτός. Οι Evzones θα είναι εδώ 6 μέρες. Το κόστο από δωρεές και άλλα άτομα πέρασε 110.000. Τώρα, βέβαια δεν έχουν τις λεπτομέρειες όπως είπε ο Παύλος, παρέλαση και αυτά. Εγώ θα ήθελα κάθε χρόνο, αν έχουμε τις δυνατότητες, να τους γιατί η Ελλάδα για τη Νέα Υόρκη το κάνει, να τους έχουμε όλη τη βδομάδα για να προλαβαίνουν να πηγαίνουν σε σχολεία που δεν έχουν πάει ποτέ. Στο καθεδικό, στο Bronx, να πάνε έξω στο Μαγιάννη, στο Αρχήγο Μάικλ, γιατί έχουμε πάει περισσότερο κόσμο out που δεν προλαβαίνουμε να κάνουμε τώρα. Σε αυτό είναι η επιθυμία μου, μακάρι το χρόνο να το καταφέρουμε. Όλα είναι έτοιμα. Οι τσολιάδες για το Σικάγο φτάσανε σήμερα. Την άλλη, σε 3-4 μέρες θα είναι στη Φιλαδέλφια. So πήγαμε πολύ καλά φέτος. Thank you very much for the honor of doing this.
What was indicated is absolutely correct. This particular exhibit is one of the most amazing exhibits that exists. And this has to do with really the American aspect of the Hellenic Revolution. And this obviously requires, as was indicated by Peter, for actually school children to come and read some of this stuff. Now, we have had already 13 lectures, okay, every week that we've had a public meeting, we've had a different lecture on the revolution. But different lectures, not the normal ones that people hear about in terms of etc. These are common type things that people know about. But many people don't know about certain aspects of the revolution. In particular, becomes important this year, because this year is not only the 205th anniversary of the start of the Greek Revolution, but also, as we've been discussing, the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. So this particular year, with our logo of 205, 250, a lot of our lectures had to do with that particular linkage between the two nations, which is very important historically, not only in Elas, but also in the United States of America, as we indicated before. It was a history period of the United States, the 1820s, which was named historically in the United States as the Greek fever period. We've gotten into a lot of details with regards to that. We've gotten also into how not only America helped the Hellenic Revolution, but how the Hellenic Revolution helped America. In terms of, for example, its effects on the American abolitionist movement, in terms of its effects on, later on, in terms of the women's suffrage movement in the United States, in terms of also the Civil War of the United States, and how some of the people who came from Elas, in some cases as orphans, who in fact contributed to the Civil War of the United States. And certainly the linkages that took place afterwards, whether it was World War I, World War II, Washington Day, etc. So these linkages are very deep. So Peter's correct. So with that, I'd like to introduce also one of our leaders here in terms of these lectures, and that's Costa. Costa, if you can say a few words on just some of the discussions we've had, but I think it's important.
This is unexpected.
It's okay. You're a professor. You can feel
I want to echo what Lou said about the exhibit here from Stockton University in Brookline. We had hoped that there would be a more organized visitation on the part of schools. And one thing you should know, and I believe they're all available online, is that it's not just the information and the pictures on the panels. What Tom Papadimitriou and the other team from Brookline did was they gathered together an international team of scholars to write about aspects related to America and the Greek Revolution. I contributed a couple of articles. Many others contributed on their areas of expertise. All of these articles are available online. And they are a resource, ladies and gentlemen, including a bibliography that supplements the information here on the visuals that you see. So I'm hoping that the theme of America and the Greek Revolution will have a life beyond the parade. that, as you have advocated and mentioned, that, and others have here, that it visits schools, that schools embrace the information, and that we, particularly for Greek American youth, that they understand that the Hellenism and the Greek Revolution and Greeks in the United States are an integral and important part of American history. And they should have pride always in their Hellenic heritage. So it's an ongoing project. Hopefully it will continue, and I stand ready to support Lou and the Federation in the future in making this happen.
The linkage is obviously very, very deep. Many people don't understand it, and I think if the youth really understood the history, not only in terms of just what is happening in Greece or what happened in Greece, but also how America was affected by that, I think it's a very powerful message to send. Plus, forgetting about, yes, the students also, but we are not doing a good enough job by explaining it also to Americans themselves. One thing that we talked about in this particular parade is that others will march with us. As we said, we reached out to different communities, and some of them will march with us. We will have some, Polish contingent. We will have a Haitian contingent. We will have some other foundations. For example, the Lord Byron Foundation is going to march with us, etc. So this parade, the vision that we have for this particular parade is not about it being a Greek parade, but in fact being a parade that's international in scope. Because when the revolution, as we talked many times, when the revolution broke out, it was an international event. No one wanted a revolution in Europe at that particular time because it was the post-Napoleonic period. Most of the nations and their leaders supported the Ottoman Empire. It was the people themselves of the different nations that supported the revolution. So we have to think larger, not the small little country of Hellas. We have to think of who we are as a people, and we have to bring people into our parade to make it also their parade. With that, I'd like to Nomiki, if you can come up. Nomiki has done so many amazing events, and please talk about some of the events that you've done and some of the events that are coming up.
Thank you. Καλησπέρα σας, Χριστός Ανέστη. Πρώτα ήθελα να αναφερθώ σε κάτι sponsors που έχουν προσφέρει προς τα έξοδα των πολιτιστικών εκδηλώσεων και συγκεκριμένα είναι την Miss Greek Independence. Ο κύριος Γιώργος Λεωργόπουλος προσφέρει $500 και το γυναικείο τμήμα του Παγκυπρίου, το Women's Initiative Network, με πρόεδρο τη Σάβη Άσπρου, $500 και αυτή για το Miss Greek Independence και $500 προς το Λεύκομα. Και τους ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ, βοηθάει πάρα πολύ να καλύψουμε τα έξοδα για να μπορέσουμε να προσφέρουμε αυτές τις εκδηλώσεις. Βέβαια, είχαμε ένα sold out εδώ πέρα, standing room only event, που διοργανώσαμε μαζί με τον Δημήτρη Φίλιο και τους professor Χατζηδημητρίου και τον κύριο Αθανασόπουλο, Dr. Αθανασόπουλο, Bridging the Two Revolutions, which was a very multimedia presentation, very advanced, I'd say, for our community and for what we've seen before. Και θα μας έχει συνηθίσει τέτοιου είδους presentations και θα θέλουμε να δούμε και άλλα στο μέλλον. Λοιπόν, τώρα θα πάμε μπροστά τον άλλο Σάββατο στην πλατεία Αθηνών. Μαζί με τη βοήθεια της κυρίας Σοφίας Στουβάκη έχουμε ετοιμάσει ένα όμορφο πρόγραμμα. Θα έχουμε ένα πολύ ωραίο χορευτικό από την Λάρισα που θα χορέψουν εκεί. Χορευτικό από την κοινότητα του Αγίου Σπυρίδωνα. Θα καμαρώσουμε και τα παιδιά του Αγίου Δημητρίου και θέλουμε να σας δούμε όλους εκεί, να γλεντήσετε μαζί μας και να μπούμε στο πνεύμα της παρελάσεως που θα είναι την άλλη μέρα. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ.
No, it's okay. No, don't worry about it. Don't forget that there's also other anniversaries this year. Besides the 205th anniversary and the 250th anniversary, we do have the 250th anniversary of the birth of Yanis Kapodistrias. That is part of some of the things that we've discussed. We've had obviously lectures on Kapodistrias, and it will come up also in the Gala. At the same time, this year is the 200th anniversary of the Exodus, or the third siege of Messaloniki. We will have a contingent from Messaloniki, which will come here in full regalia, who will be here. So it's going to be, again, an item that will also be brought up at the Gala, because these things are extremely important. With that, I'd like to introduce Dima. And Dima, if you can, tell us what's happening with the things that you're involved with.
Καλησπέρα και από μένα, χρόνια πολλά. Χριστός Ανέστη. Θα ήθελα να αναφερθώ λίγο για το ραδιοθόν. Από ό,τι βλέπω, δεν έχω πάρει θετική απάντηση ακόμα για να κάνουμε το δεύτερο ράδιο. Το σκεπτικό ήταν να κάνουμε 2 ραδιοθόν φέτος με το Φυλάς FM. Από το πρώτο ραδιοθόν που κάναμε στις 22 Μαρτίου, έχουμε υποσχέσει γύρω στις $14.000. Από αυτά μέχρι στιγμής έχουν έρθει στην Ομοσπονδία $7.000. Έχουμε ακόμα δηλαδή δρόμο για να συγκεντρώσουμε και τα άλλα $7.000. Είναι μια δύσκολη δουλειά και συνεργαζόμαστε πάρα πολύ με τον Σταύρο. Απλώς θα ήθελα και εγώ να αναφερθώ στα άτομα του ραδιοθόν, τον κύριο Χρήστο Φουρνά, ο οποίος ήταν ο Τσέρμαν, ο Δημήτρης ο Φίλιος, η Αρχία της μαζί του. Ελπίζω και στην τελευταία στιγμή, μήπως έχουμε τίποτα καλά νέα, για να κάνουμε και ένα δεύτερο ραδιοθόν. Αλλά θα ήθελα να πω σε αυτά που είπε ο Γιάννης ο Στουμπάκης, ότι έχουμε μόνο ακόμα 10 μέρες να προσπαθήσουμε τουλάχιστον για το Λεύκομα. Αγαπητέ Λου, ήδη στέλνουμε emails για να πάρουμε περισσότερες σελίδες για το Λεύκομα, το οποίο φέτος δεν πάει τόσο καλά όσο πήγαινε τις προηγούμενες χρονιές. Κάνουμε μια προσπάθεια, καθώς επίσης και για τα λαχεία. Οπότε έχουμε 10 μέρες και ευελπιστούμε ότι θα είμαστε εδαφή ο κόσμος, θα συνεισφέρει οικονομικά. Σας ευχαριστώ.
Dimitri, would you like to say a few words about the media?
Καλησπέρα, Χριστός Ανέστη. Χρόνια πολλά σε όλους. We're okay with the media, both the mainstream, the community media, and the Greek American media. And we have issued press releases for most of the events, especially the last couple of weeks. We had press releases for every event with pictures sent out. And I would like to thank the entire team, including Dimos, Avgi, and George Christodoulou, and also the social media, Kostas Uranitsas, and the entire team. What I would like to say also, and that's an announcement, is that the Speaker of the Hellenic Parliament is going to honor us at the parade, ο πρόεδρος της Βουλής των Ελλήνων, Νικήτας Κακλαμάνης, με τριμερή αντιπροσωπεία βουλευτών. Θα βγει press release και γι' αυτό είχαμε επίσημο confirmation χθες. Οι προετοιμασίες συνεχίζονται, οι Έλληνες είμαστε της τελευταίας στιγμής, but this parade is going to succeed, and I would like also, like Peter Gligas did, to congratulate you for the 205-250 theme, because it was important not only that we're celebrating the 205th anniversary of the Hellenic independence, but also the 250th anniversary of the birthday of America. So all the events, the major events, were interlinked over this theme, and that was successful and unique. Congratulations to the entire team. We're going to have a good parade. We're going to have a united parade, and we're strong when we're united. Zito η Ελλάδα, God bless America, Δευτεριά στην Κύπρο.
forget about New Jersey for a second. Let me just continue. Let me just continue. We're definitely gonna introduce New Jersey also. But let me add one thing to what Dimitris said. We have a tremendous amount of contingencies coming into New York from Greece this particular year. We have dozens of people from Thessaly, dozens of people from all over Hellas. All types of people want to come. Unfortunately, as we indicated earlier, many will not be able to go to the Gala. We're sold out weeks ago. So we don't want anybody to be disappointed, but that's the facts of life. Okay, there's nothing we can do about that. I'd like to introduce basically George Mendasis, who will discuss with us some of the unique things that we've done in social media this year with influencers.
Καλησπέρα σε όλους, χρόνια πολλά, Χριστός Ανέστη. Ήμουν στην Ελλάδα αυτές τις μέρες, ήμουνα για τα 200 χρόνια της έξοδος του Μανουσολογίου, όπου θα έρθει ο Περιφερειάρχης εδώ και πήραν και ένα τραπέζι στον Gala και θα έρθουν με το χορευτικό τους, 26 άτομα, και μίλησα και με άλλους περιφερειάρχες εκεί και πρέπει να είναι ο συνδετικός μας κρίκος ουσιαστικά από όλες τις περιφέρειες να έρχονται χορευτικά και να μας τιμούν εδώ. Όσον αφορά τους influencers, έχουν γίνει αρκετά βίντεο με χιλιάδες views και αύριο στην κρουαζιέρα θα είναι αρκετοί από αυτούς και προετοιμάζουμε κι άλλα για την παρέλαση. Επίσης θα γίνει ένα after party εδώ στο φίλου μου του Λάκη Παπαδόπουλου, το καινούργιο εστιατόριο των Νόστος, στις 5 η ώρα μετά την παρέλαση, με ελληνική μουσική, μέχρι τις 11 το βράδυ, με πολύ κέφι. Ευχαριστώ επίσης τον Πάνο τον Παπαδόπουλο, εδώ πέρα τον Πάνο Παπαδόπουλο Σερέτη, που εθελοντικά θα βάλει το αυτοκίνητό του. Θα συνοηθούμε τώρα ποια μέρα να πάμε σε όλο το Μανχάταν να φυσοκολλήσουμε, ιδιαίτερα στα εστιατόρια. Και σας παρακαλώ ιδιαίτερα από όποιο πόρο είστε, να κάνετε κι εσείς το ίδιο. Τουλάχιστον το μήνυμο που μπορούμε να κάνουμε είναι η κάθε κοινότητα και η κάθε επιχείρηση να έχει μια αφίσα της ελληνικής παρελάσεως. Επίσης, ευχαριστώ πάρα πολύ τον Γιάννη. Πρέπει να τον χειροκροτήσουμε όλοι για τη σπουδαία δουλειά που έκανε στον Gala. Γιατί ο Γιάννης, εγώ και ο Λου ήμασταν οι μόνοι που λέγαμε ότι θα πετύχει το Σιπριάνι και βλέπετε είναι sold out, παρόλο ότι ήταν μεγάλη τιμή $600, αλλά μπροστά στον πατριωτισμό δεν πρέπει να λέμε ούτε 600 ούτε 1000. Καλή παρέλαση να έχουμε. Ζήτω η Ελλάς!
Ζήτω! Μπράβο και ελληνικά! Καταλληλικά, μπράβο! Ευχαριστώ, σε κατάλαβα.
Don't forget that this is the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York. With that, we have Peter here. Peter from New Jersey. Peter, what are you writing? Come on, Peter. $500 that's in here. Come on.
What can I say? Βασικά είμαι τέκνο του ελληνισμού της Αστόριας. Εντάξει, οπότε, αλλά πριν αρκετά χρόνια σοβαροί λόγοι με ανάγκασαν να μεταναστεύσω στο Νιου Τζέρσι. Ο πιο σοβαρός λόγος είναι ότι παντρεύτηκα. Αλλά έκτοτε δεν έχω χάσει ούτε ένα χρόνο που να μην συμμετέχω και πέρσι και φέτος με την ιδιότητα του Προέδρου της Ελληνικής Ομοσπονδίας Νέας Evzones, ευθύς εξ αρχής συμμετέχουμε, επικροτούμε τις προσπάθειες σας, είμαστε ένας σοβαρός, λογικός και έμπιστος εταίρος της ΕΝΘΑΔΕ Ομοσπονδίας. Είμαι και εγώ τέος μέλος του Διοικητικού Συμβουλίου και εύχομαι από τα βάθη της καρδιάς μου να επιτύχουμε και φέτος και ευχαριστώ τον Λου, ο οποίος κάνει ιδιαίτερες προσπάθειες για την επιτυχία. Ευχαριστώ.
One of the themes that we should have every year that no one forgets, and that has to do with Hellenic Orthodox and Christian genocide within the park. So Gus, if you can just say a few words, thanks for today's event. We always want to host these type of events, and there's a lot of things that people don't know, and we have to spread the message. Gus.
So Zanesti, thank you, Lou. And let's not forget that when we discuss the issue of the genocide, we as Pontian Hellenes, who have made what we believe are tremendous strides, we are striving for the recognition of the genocide of all the Greeks, not just the Pontians. So let that not be misunderstood. Όσον αφορά τη γενοκτονία και τις έρευνες που γίνονται για την προώθηση της αναγνώρισης, θέλω να σας υπενθυμίσω ότι ως Παγκοσμιακή Ομοσπονδία εμείς έχουμε ως σκοπό την αναγνώριση όλων των Ελλήνων που υπέστησαν γενοκτονία κάτω από την Οθωμανική Αυτοκρατορία. Ευχαριστώ στον Λου, στις επιτροπές, σε αυτούς που εργάζονται σκληρά, να έχουμε μια πετυχημένη παρέλαση, να είμαστε αγαπημένοι, να βλέπουμε προς το μέλλον. Σε μερικές εβδομάδες η ομογένεια, όλοι μαζί θα πρέπει να πατήσουμε αυτό το κουμπί της επαναφοράς, το reset button. Να έρθουμε εδώ με καθαρές καρδιές, με καθαρά πνεύματα και να φροντίσουμε για το μέλλον των παιδιών και για όλη την ομογένεια. Και να έχουμε στο νου μας ότι για να μας αποκαλούν ηγέτες, γιατί όλοι μας αντιπροσωπεύουμε συλλόγους, ομοσπονδίες, αλλά για να είσαι πραγματικός ηγέτης, πρέπει πρώτα να μάθεις να υπηρετείς. Και εμείς πρέπει να υπηρετούμε την ομογένεια. Σας ευχαριστώ.
Did I forget anyone, by the way, of the different committees? Did I forget anyone? So we have, I've made it a point always to start on time exactly, and always to end exactly when we said we're going to end. So we have a few minutes before 7:45, so they can check their sounds, etc. And I want everybody to stay here really to listen to this amazing work that was created especially for this particular parade. No other parade that we have ever had a composition made for that parade. And this year, we're doing that also. So if there are any questions, then we can take a break for a few minutes while they do their sound check, and then we'll start to discuss the presentation. Any questions from anyone? Yes.
I didn't speak the name of who's like security and all that at the parade.
Yeah,
we'll try to like where people can be moving and all that.
We'll get back to you with that. We'll get back to you with that. Yeah, there are a couple of people that we actually want to get involved with that, and we'll absolutely let you know. We'll absolutely let you know. Any other questions? Announcement, good.
Because the parade is a time of unity and time of all of the mix coming together. I would like to congratulate, as a Hellenic, first of all, and not as a member of the organization, Νομική Κασανάς and Dimos Yokis for coming together and announcing a way to move forward, united, to have elections in order for government to do event, even though it's not directly related to the parade, it's related to our unity, and moving forward. And also, it's important that they have extended the deadline until April the 30th. And it's an independent committee recognized by both sides, chaired by Peter Evzones. Congratulations.
I will add one thing. You say it's absolutely related to the parade, by the way. Okay? If it wasn't for this parade and what we've done together, okay, because that was the theme of this particular parade. Okay, this particular parade was about getting together. So it's not something that just happened, because quite frankly, it should have happened 5 years ago, and it didn't happen. Why is it happening this year? Because this year, there's a unique year, and this year we're gonna make it happen. Plus, we kicked their ass, but that's a separate issue. Okay? Plus, we were knocking them out. With that, I've got 4 minutes. Go ahead.
I just want to give you the happy news. We just reached the amount of $30,000 for the raffle.
Okay, not good enough. Not good enough. We need more. 30,000. We need at least 45,000. Okay, you got to do it. Yes.
You know, it's Thank God I'm back. I have a little healthy problem, but I'm back with everybody, and thank God. So, I'd like to remind you that nobody mentioned about the event in Bowling Green, which is the event that I organized along with the other three and put the store right there. And we have to promote that. Bowling Green. Something that is in my heart, and I'd like to give us an idea of what's happening. I haven't heard anything.
Well, listen, we can bring that up next week in terms of Bowling Green, because we have 3 minutes, and I'm going to end on time because I always end on time. Let me say this thing. What's going to happen in Bowling Green this year will be bigger and better than anything that's ever happened before. Because not only do you have the Evzones marching down, you're going to have the people from Thessaloniki with their uniforms marching down. You're going to have the people from Thessaly, etc. It's going to be a great year. And there's going to be a surprise, which I'm not going to tell you right now. There's going to be a surprise at Bowling Green. Plus, at Bowling Green, we're lifting up the Betsy Ross American flag for the 250th anniversary. With that, we're going to end the meeting. They're going to take a sound check for about 15 minutes. Stay here. Stay here. We're finished. We're finished. It's over.
Right. It's very hard. They cannot be in the
No, they're not leaving. They're not leaving. They're staying here.
We're not going to have a reaction, and they're here.
No. They're not going to leave and come back.
No, they have to leave the room.
Then you're not going to do the event.
No.
Then you're not going to do the event.